YouTube is not letting me stream um in the horizontal way, but I guess we're just doing vertical tonight. Hi. Greetings from my bedroom. Usually these lives are only available to my members, but I've been gone for the weekend. I was planning and hosting and putting on my best friend's bachelorette party, so that's why I was gone all weekend. And I didn't get to film the weekly astrological forecast and tarot reading and yoga class that I usually do. So I figured that, usually Tuesdays are Tarot Tuesday in my membership where we get together and we do live tarot. I figured we would just do this together and talk about the astrology for this week, tap into the energy and see what's going on. So say hi if you're here. Sometimes YouTube glitches and I can't see like who's watching. I can't see the comments. So hopefully it'll work tonight. But YouTube is just, look, we'll just get right into the astrology. We are in our Mercury retrograde shadow period, which honestly I find that the shadow period messes me up more than the actual retrograde does. I was born in a shadow period. I don't know, sometimes depending on like if you were born in a retrograde or in a shadow period, it can be a little bit worse or a little bit better. But we are in our Mercury retrograde shadow. Mercury is in Leo currently. It is going to move into Virgo and then retrograde back into Leo. So we do have this Mercury retrograde shadow leading up to Mercury retrograde that starts at the beginning of August. And Mercury's going to kind of do this dance between Virgo and Leo. And those are like really opposite energies, like Virgo is very, is Mercury based, very intellectual sign, very like kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say perfectionist or like critical, but Virgo is very like organized, very structured. Leo is kind of not. Leo is very fire, and Virgo is earth, and Mercury is going to be kind of doing this dance between those two signs as it goes kind of in the shadow period and then into the full retrograde. So you might notice that the energy has been a little chaotic lately. I say every time the Mercury retrograde shadow happens, every time the Mercury retrograde starts, things happen. We had that super mega outage literally happened the day that the Mercury retrograde shadow started. That huge Microsoft outage and all the planes like went down and stuff. That happened the day Mercury retrograde shadow started. Every time Mercury retrograde starts, Instagram goes down. I was telling you it will go down again, or Facebook or Meta as a whole, or TikTok or YouTube. Something will go down. If you're like me and you use character AI has been down. A lot of things have been down. That's just what happens. Mercury is our planet of communication, of technology, of travel. And every time the Mercury retrograde happens, all those things go haywire and people still don't want to believe in astrology. Anyways, we are just coming out of our full moon in Capricorn. Our full moon in Capricorn just happened on July 21st. It's our second full moon in Capricorn. And it was a bit of a doozy. It was backed by that Saturn retrograde, and Saturn is our planet of karma, of mastery, of up leveling, getting your shit together, and it rules Capricorn, is ruled by Capricorn with that Capricorn full moon. Really forced a lot of change. It was a lot of, I've been thinking about the collective themes that I've seen happening a lot with all this astrology happening. We have Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto in retrograde. Mercury is about to join it. We have, Pluto in Aquarius is a big kind of revolutionary change type of energy. That second full moon in Capricorn. I've noticed a lot of people changing kind of who they are in the sense of kind of, like, for example, I changed my username, my brand. I've been Nourish Natasha for so long now on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going by my full name. That's slowly changing kind of like across platforms. Nourish Natasha is just going to become one like branch of my business. My best friend like changed her name. A lot of like kind of changing of personas or changing of like beings. Have you ever put out or can recommend a planner that is, yes, the Many Moons planner. I don't have one that I have created personally, but the Many Moons planner is what I use. I wish I had it in here, but it's actually in my office. The Many Moons planner is what I use for a planner, and it has all the astrological dates. It has rituals and journal prompts for every new moon and full moon, and it also has the like lesser transits as well. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like a lot of shifting of people's personas, a lot of shifting of just kind of people's very being, name changes, changes of like the brand, I guess, if you will. Also, a lot of endings and beginnings. I said it for the astrology for last week and for the Capricorn full moon that if something is not serving you, it will be snatched away very quickly. And that has happened for a lot of people, including myself. Like any toxic nonsense that you're refusing to like let go of, snatched. Like I just think of that Katya meme where like she like snatches her own wig off. Um, a lot of that energy, a lot of just like rebranding, finally kind of coming out of this purgatory, major up leveling vibes for sure. Now, besides all that, so we've talked about the Mercury retrograde, the retrogrades we have going on, this full moon we just had. We also just had the sun move from Cancer to Leo. And I woke up today feeling so much better. I love Leo season. I find that Leo season is finally when things start to get moving for me. This could be because I'm a Leo moon. You know, I'm about it. I love Leo season. I feel like that's when, it just gets fiery. We go from this soft, sweet, nostalgic, emotional Cancer water energy into like expressive, expansive, dramatic Leo. And we also have a lot of things in Leo right now. We have, like I said, Mercury in Leo. The sun is in Leo. Venus is in Leo. I think that's it. I could be wrong. Mars is in Gemini, so we do have that also air energy adding kind of to the fire. We got fire and air. That just makes the fire bigger. And then, like I said, we have Saturn and Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. Actually, as of today that I'm streaming this, we have the sun in Leo and the moon in Pisces, which is the opposite of me. I'm a Pisces sun, Leo moon. But that's kind of the astrology of what's happening now. The biggest things I would say to focus on is the Mercury retrograde shadow. And as we move into Mercury retrograde, the shift from Cancer season to Leo season, all this Leo fire energy, and then also these kind of retrogrades just in general, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto, they're just kind of oscillating in the background. While we might not feel those as intensely, I mean, we kind of do because they are kind of like, Pluto's a planet of like death and rebirth and transformation, things like that, and Saturn with like mastery and up level, but they're not as close to us. We don't feel them as much. But it's going to be kind of this like subtle energy carrying in the background. And then slowly but surely, those changes and those up levels and those transformations start to happen kind of in our actual lives. And we're like, oh, dang, like that's happening. Like I'm moving to Salem full time in 5 weeks. And I'm like, what? Like wild that it's actually finally happening. But that's kind of what's happening astrologically this week. So if you have any questions, let me know. And we're going to get into the tarot and see what the energy is for this week as well. Already we have the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck asking us to get a bit of rest in for sure. The Four of Swords is a card of rest, relaxing, recovery, recuperation. It is kind of the sister baby card to the Hermit. The Four of Swords traditionally is like a knight laying in, it almost kind of gives me like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White kind of vibes where this knight is laying in like a slumber. But he is resting, he's recovering. It can be time to take a break. I definitely feel that, even though I have this like fiery Leo season, like energy. I was exhausted from being a party planner all weekend and having to socialize and interact all weekend. So I took yesterday like completely off of taking today kind of like half off, and I'm like slowly getting back into the swing of things. But kind of the message that I've been getting is like rest now while you can, because things are about to get a little crazy. I think as Leo season continues, I think, and this is also just for me personally, but astrologically as well, things are gonna kind of start to pop off. So we should take advantage of the rest while we can. So let's see what else we need to know this week. Justice, card of Libra, and the Page of Wands. Justice obviously can suggest a balance, Libra energy, bringing things back into balance, letting the scales balance. But for me, what justice really means is like letting it happen, letting things balance themselves out. Is that the Seven of Swords at the bottom that I get? Especially if you're dealing with someone, lying, cheating, stealing energy, sketchy energy. Let the trash take itself out. I've said that a bajillion times. Like, let karma do its job. That's what justice is the card of karma. Let it do its thing. Hands off. Because we are in the Page of Wands energy. Like we are going on new adventures and kind of we have that fire energy, right? That Leo energy. Like, why are you stressing about things that you can't control? Why are you stressing about stupid people like this troll that's in my chat right now? Let the trash take itself out. It's so easy. Um, but, you know, Justice Libra energy is also kind of soft, right? Libra energy is a softer energy. If we think that Libra is ruled by Venus, it's a very, I don't want to say feminine. I want to say receiving. It's a very soft, loving energy. It's an energy of moving from love instead of fear, instead of negative energies. It's just like wiping your hands of the situation and being like, all right, karma's going to take care of itself. And I'm going to just go focus on my new adventures, right? I'm going to go focus on my Page of Wands energy. I think that's what we should really be doing right now. Again, especially if you're dealing with that Seven of Swords, somebody lying, cheating, stealing sort of vibes, for sure. What else do we need to know for this week? I'll never understand how trolls like find these lives. I'm like, where y'all coming from? Why can't YouTube recommend like my actual videos, but it'll recommend these to like really terrible people? Anyways, the Nine of Cups and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, the Tower right behind it. Ooh, Judgment right behind it. Oh, well, I'm going to just focus on the Nine of Cups and the Lovers, but I think, it's important to note that Judgment and the Tower are kind of like right behind those things. A very earth-shattering, life-changing sort of energy, my friends, but it is definitely good. The Lovers and the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, and then obviously the Lovers, love. I would say maybe there might be some kind of like major up leveling or kind of earth shattering like change in regards to love, or I think what we forget about the Tower and the Nine of Cups energy, when we think of like wishes coming true, which is the Nine of Cups, is what it means, is wish fulfillment. We forget that wishes coming true or miracles, like really big, major good things happening, are Tower moments. It's major change. A miracle is kind of a positive Tower moment, something that hits you unexpectedly, something that comes out of nowhere that changes your life in a positive way. That is also a Tower moment. We always just think of the Tower moment as like bad. And, to be fair, it's like depicted as like lightning striking a tower and like people like falling out of it and stuff. But we forget that wishes coming true, miracles are also Tower moments. I just got done doing a road opening ritual. Nice. We love to see it. Perfect for that full moon we just had. And the Tower and Judgment are also certainly road opening, like a kind of extremely clearing the path to your up leveling, but the Tower is the Tower being completely leveled so you can build a new one. You know what I mean? And with that energy of the Nine of Cups and the Lovers, it's definitely like a positive Tower moment. It's definitely like a little like miracle energy, which if I will take it this week. I will take it. I'm currently in the midst of going back and forth with so many different places in Salem, trying to find a place, and I'm like, please, can I just have like housing? That would be nice. It's just so hard to do it from such a distance, Pulled the Nine of Cups is my card of the day. Awesome. We love to see it. There's Temperance, card of Sagittarius coming through, reminding us of patience, of balance, of harmony, of trust, right? Temperance is also a sign that your guides are here watching over you, kind of trusting in what we don't see around us. And again, just a reminder of patience. If you've been waiting for that Nine of Cups moment, I pulled the Tower card the other evening, had to remind myself to let go of the fear and lean in for sure. That's the thing about the Tower moment. You can't control it. You can't. There's no controlling the Tower. It's going to happen kind of whether we like it or not. So might as well lean in and be like, all right, cool. Let's do it. Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Patience, my young Padawan. Keep working. It can be frustrating when we don't see that miracle come in, when we don't see that Nine of Cups like immediately. We're like, I've been waiting for this wish come true. I've been waiting for this wish fulfillment. Okay, I've been doing my manifesting. When is it going to come in? we have the urge to kind of like stop our hard work, right? Where we're like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. But Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles is reminding us to like hang in there, you know, to like have patience, focus on moderation, peace, balance, harmony. The way I've been tempted to buy Moldavite because like, I felt so stuck. Yeah, Moldavite is definitely intense, but you're absolutely right. Sometimes we do need a tower moment to shake things up a little bit. As someone who's had a life full of tower moments, you know, I used to hate it, and now I'm kind of like, all right, whatever. Like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Hello, friends. Oh, I'm so glad you're taking my business course. That's awesome. I just, my best friend's actually taking it right now, too. I think it's awesome. I'm like, I think it's great. I mean, you know, I'm biased, but that's awesome, friend. I'm so glad. So, Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. You know, the Ace of Swords, I always think is really interesting in this Ace of Swords at this particular deck. It's like grabbing the blade instead of grabbing the hilt, which kind of to me signifies this almost sort of sacrificial energy, the wound and the gift. Like you might have to bleed a little bit, or you might have to sacrifice something to have the Queen of Pentacles moment. Queen of Pentacles is abundant, grateful, home and hearth vibes, and abundant home, abundant hearth, you know, long-term abundance, gratitude, wealth, you know, all those things. Having a supported kind of like home, and what's the word I'm looking for? Not resourceful, yes, but like sustained abundance. Like you don't really have to worry about your home, and you know, it's like you're supported. I'm at the point in life where I ask the universe to please make whichever tower moment it throws at me funny. Honestly, a vibe. But if you find that maybe you're really juggling a lot, you got a lot on your plates, we're trying to get to the Queen of Pentacles moment, but we're not there yet. We like got the Pentacles, we're just kind of juggling them because we're trying to figure out like how to get to the Queen of Pentacles moment, to that like stable, that's the word I'm looking for, like stable, sustained, resourceful, like you have all the resources you need kind of abundance. That, you know, sometimes there has to be a little sacrifice. Ace of Swords, a new way of thinking, perhaps a new, you know, swords is of the mental, of the intellect, of the mind. And sometimes you have to give a little to get a little. You know, I've been feeling this a lot. Honestly, for me, like for an example, how this is showing up. I want my house in Salem, right? I want to move to Salem. I want to settle in Salem. I want to have my Queen of Pentacles in Salem. I have to give up a lot to get that. The biggest thing being my car, my dream car that's sitting in my garage right now. Getting rid of that feels like me slicing my hand open on a sword, but am I going to do it? Absolutely. If it means I can have, you know, that Queen of Pentacles moment, yes, I will. Five of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Guess what? If you're feeling alone, out in the cold, you need to seek out your support system. Three of Cups. Three of Cups is your squad, celebration. Five of Pentacles is literally the exact opposite of that. It's being alone. It's being out in the cold. It's like financial loss, physical loss. Nobody's around you. It's literally like Donkey and Shrek when he's like, I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. And then he finds Shrek and he's like, I can stay with you. In the morning, I'm making waffles. I know the pop culture references, I always make them, but that's literally what this feels like. If you're feeling out in the cold, you're feeling alone, find your squad, find your support system, find things to celebrate. I've been doing certainly a lot of that lately. Like I was hosting my best friend's bachelorette party, and then I'm having a vampire movie night with my friends on Friday. We're calling it Fang Friday. Seek out your squad if you're feeling that loneliness, because I don't know about y'all, but I certainly self-isolate myself. If I'm going through it, I'll like shut myself off from the world, and I've been like forcing myself to be more social, and it's been paying off. You know, I'm like, wow, I finally have friends, and now I'm gonna leave. Right now I'm gonna move across the country. And guess what? We're right back where we started, y'all. The Four of Swords just fell out of the deck again. If you've been here from the beginning, you know that this was the first card that came up. Rest, the reminder of rest. We might be dealing with all this stuff, dealing with change, dealing with, you know, maybe a tower moment or two, whether it's good or bad, figuring out our stability. Figuring out our new adventures, waiting for that miracle. Rest is important. Take care of yourself. You know, take that Four of Swords, take that break. All right, we're going to clarify with the after tarot. Let me just get a couple more just clarifications. You know, anything else that we need to know? I just moved across the country. Being social to make new friends is hard. Yeah, I've done it twice now. I've moved from New Mexico to Chicago at 19. I've moved from Chicago to Las Vegas at 25. And now I'm about to move from Las Vegas to Salem at 32. So, you know, I knew the Hangman was going to come out. I felt it as I was shuffling. And there's the Eight of Pentacles yet again at the bottom of the deck. We're stuck for now, still in this bit of purgatory as we wait for these miracles, we wait for these tower moments, the changes. Even though we are seeing some changes, we're still feeling pretty stuck. We need to just focus on that hard work. And again, we keep pulling the Four of Swords. So it's like, where's the balance between the hard work and like the resting? I think there is the Eight of Pentacles, as much as it's like a card of, again, hard work and like the grind, it's, again, stable. It's not taking those huge leaps in work. It's not really pushing yourself. It's just maintaining this level of like consistent work. All right. We're not like going above and beyond. We're just consistent because we need some rest. We need a little bit of a balance of both. Two of Pentacles, work-life balance while we're stuck, because being stuck is maddening. Takes a lot of energy to be stuck, as crazy as that sounds. It's just infuriating, you know? But if we can focus on that, Knight of Cups, maybe nurturing ourselves a little bit while we're stuck, nurturing the seeds that we have planted. You know, the thing about the Knight of Cups is he's kind of at like an oasis in the desert. You know, again, we had the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. If you're feeling like you're in a desert, whether it's because of, you know, feeling like alone or out in the cold or like dry, dead in a desert with no friends or no abundance or no anything, go out and seek it. You have to go out and seek the things that fill up your cup, you know? As hard as it is, as much as I know that us introverts don't want to put ourselves out there, sometimes you gotta. Anything else we need to know? And the Knight of Cups is also a slowish moving knight, right? The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest. The Knight of Cups is the second slowest. You know, he's the Knight of Love. I think work-life or work-love balance is very important right now. Yep, Seven of Cups. As I pulled this for myself recently, and Seven of Cups, having a lot of options. It could also be why we're stuck. You know, we got a lot of cups with a lot of different things in it. We're like, what do I choose? I don't know. I'm feeling that personally with like all these places that I'm trying to apply to and like all these options in Salem. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But it doesn't have to just be something that physical. It can be different paths you want to take in life. It can just be different people or different places, things, energies, whatever. You just feel like you don't know what to choose. And maybe it's just like a general feeling of kind of like brain fog and illusion. That's what the Seven of Cups is all about. Just not knowing the path forward. And that's why we're stuck. But with the Knight of Cups, it's like, okay, well, you might not know what cup to choose like in the future, but you got a cup in your hand now. So like focus on that. And guess what? We have the Queen of Pentacles and Justice here again for the second time. Both these cards have already come out in the previous deck, and we have them again. Stop worrying about other people. Let karma handle it and focus on your bag. Focus on your home. Focus on your hearth. You don't need to worry about anybody else. Justice and karma will take care of it. Like, it's fine. You got enough on your plate as it is, right? Clearly we do. Like, stop worrying about other people and things that aren't your business. Not my circus, not my monkeys, right? And focus on your bag. focus on your home. Nothing else matters. Your magic is potent. According to the Oracle deck, we're going to get a little bit into... This deck is kind of like a magic 8-ball, where it sometimes gives yes or no answers, but they're very like short little just, you know. So if you happen to want to think of a question, I kind of treat it again like a magic 8-ball or like flipping a coin, where use your intuition based on the answer you get. If you're like thinking of a very specific question and you would like an answer, and let's say you really want to know but you get a yes, or you really want a yes but you get a no, use how you feel about that answer to guide what you do more than the answer itself, right? Tarot is a practice of divination, yes, but it is also a practice of intuition. So use both. So if you have a question, you don't have to put it in the comments. You don't even have to share it out loud. You have it in your head. Can we get some answers, please? And don't come at me if it tells you no, because I don't control the cards, okay? Someone needed to hear it. It says nope. Wrong. Someone needed a no. Someone needed a big fat no. Don't come for me. I'm just the messenger. Huh, Jack. Jack is like right next to me. I'm gonna laugh if the next one says yes. Be clear on your wishes. Be clear on your wishes. Kind of mirroring that 7 of Cups energy. If you don't know the path ahead, if you don't know what to choose, get clarity. Maybe that's what that Ace of Swords is the clarity. Yeah, as I'm saying it, unveil your truth. Ace of Swords is also a card of truth, of clarity. You know, maybe the reason why that thing you want hasn't come in is because you're not being true with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. You're pursuing a goal or something in your life that isn't even actually what you want. I had this client that I used to work with forever ago, and we would do a lot of work on like goals and things. And she set a goal of running a half marathon. And in ye olden days, I used to run marathons and stuff. Not anymore. But I used to. And she was like, oh yeah, I'm setting a goal to run a half marathon. And she didn't really have a reason. She was like, I just think that's like, you know, that's a goal, right? That's like a pretty basic goal. Like what people, they set goals, you know, a half marathon is like a thing, kind of like a milestone to like get to. And something that like, you know, you could train for, you could like fit people running half marathons, right? And 2 months later, she came back and she was like, I took that off my goals list because I don't even know why I put it on there, because I hate running. Like, why would you set a goal to run a half marathon if you hate running, you know? It just because society or whoever said that it's like the thing that you do, you know? You don't need to. Let your goals and whatever it is you're working towards be true to you, not what like society just like told you to do, or like whoever told you to do, or just because maybe you don't know what to do that you're just kind of like, well, I'll just go for whatever, I guess. Get clear on what you want, because that's when the manifestations start to come through. That's when we can cut through that 7 of Cups energy, is when we actually know what we want, friends. Hi, Jack. You want to say hi? You want to say hey, baby? What are you doing? Come here. Oh. Hey, big boy. You want to say hi? What are you looking at? You're literally staring at nothing, dude. He's staring at like the corner of my room. What you looking at? I don't know. Do you think it's better to set long-term goals or short-term goals as far as manifesting? I think both. Manifestation, you know, goal setting is a part of it, but I think those are like almost separate things. We use manifestation as a tool to get to our goals. So I personally have a mixture of both. I set really, really big, crazy, lofty goals, and then like shorter ones. What I like to do personally is set like the big, crazy, like lofty goal and then break it down into like shorter goals, which helps, I think, for manifestation. I hope that helps. Do you ever pull cards for Jack? No, but I can if you want. He likes to smell them. You want to smell? Every time I like pull cards and like get on a live, he wants to be a part of it. You want to smell? You want to pull a card? Here. Okay, he's smelling them. You want to pull one? What do you think? Smell them? Okay, well, he smelled them. Now we're going to shuffle. All right, Jack. We're going to pull a card for Jack. I bet you anything it's going to be like the Emperor because he's an Aries, or the Tower because he's a menace, or the Devil. I'm shuffling like on his back. Yeah, you like the cards. Oh, hi, baby. Yeah. What do you want to tell us, Jack? You got a message for us? You got a message? Let's see. What does Jack want to tell us? You want to tell us something, buddy? Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of cards. You got too much chaotic energy going on. Oh, what's your birthday? Jack is April 9th. Hi, friend. Yeah, I don't usually go live to the public. It's usually live in my membership, but because I've been kind of MIA lately, I figured we would do this together. All right, Jack. He's like playing with himself behind me. Are you going to give us a message or what? What do you want to say, Bingle? He's like, I don't know. I just want to play. All right, we're going to pull the old-fashioned way because I'm expected that cards would like fly out for him. Aw, the High Priestess. My little familiar, Jack. Where'd you go? Like his butt's up. High Priestess. Oh, the Ace of Cups, little baby. And the Three of Cups, yep. Jack is my little squad, you know. He's my little lover boy. He's my little baby. My little familiar. He's my baby. A lot of love, for sure. As he, like, buries himself in my blankets. Yeah, he's a little mama's boy. He's a little ooh-woo, like, he's baby. He might be a menace because he is an Aries, a little fire sign, but he is for certain a mama's boy. And, you know, I think we've gotten a lot closer, especially since my other dog, Fozzie, passed 2 months ago. He's definitely been more attached. We found Fozzie's, I've been cleaning out, like a lot of stuff, because obviously I'm moving in 5 weeks, and I finished my closet today, and I found Fozzie's little, like, pajamas, because he was, like, so old, and so small that he would get like cold, so I had to get him this little like onesie, and I found it today and may have had a mental breakdown in my closet, but it was, you know, it's always not necessarily nice, but, you know, good to process grief. So, Jack, what are you doing back there? What are you doing? What are you doing? You baby. Yeah. Little baby. My second cat is an Aries too. March 31st. I'm March 16th. I'm a Pisces. My cat likes my oracle cards. She tends to draw a card that says you're good enough. Oh, that's so cute. What's so funny is my youngest cat reminds me so much of Jack. She's a Virgo. She's an absolute gremlin, but such a baby. Jack is we just did his birth chart. He's an Aries. He's like trying to get closer. What are you doing? You just want all the lovins. He is yeah, now he wants to play. He's an Aries sun. I know. Gemini moon. Pisces Venus. I know. What are you doing? Wanna play? You so stinky. Jack, my fingers are not toys. He thinks they are. He loves to chew on my fingers. I can feel your tail wagging. I can feel it. You're so stinky. As usual, Jack steals the show. I'm a Pisces Venus too, though, so we're both little ooh-woo Pisces Venuses. Probably where all those cups came from, but Thank you for asking if I ever pull cards for Jack. That was fun. I actually had a session with him and one of my friends who is an animal medium once a few months ago, and um, she was using like the rods, like the rods. I think they're just like copper rods or whatever that like, yeah, answer like yes or no questions, and it was crazy like how much she knew without like me telling her anything. And she was channeling first Fozzie, who was just a grumpy old man, and then Jack. And it was so interesting to see his like energy shift as like she was talking to him. And at that time we had been working really hard at like training Jack, because he knows his commands, he knows like everything, because I've had him since he was a baby, so I've taught him like everything. But he's just a menace. Like he's so smart, he chooses not to listen. But we had been working at the time really hard at like training and like really working. He gets like leash aggression, and we were working really hard on like his walks and stuff. And without her even knowing that, she was like, he wants you to know that he's like really trying. Like he's really trying hard to like make you proud, and like he just wants you to know that he's like working hard. And I was like, oh. But that's a joke, because he just reverted back to his nonsense. So get a puppy, they said. It would be fun, they said, even though he's 5 now. And it's like, he is certainly not a puppy anymore. But we're doing our best. He's too smart. Huh, where'd you go? No, you're right there. All right, my friends. Well, that is the energy for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. For my members, if you enjoy this live, I do live tarot and live yoga and live new moon and full moon workshops in my membership. All you have to do is hit that join button. Come on down. Come join us. I will have live yoga this Saturday for my members. We have a new moon in like 2-ish weeks. I don't know. I'm working on a lot of stuff. I am very busy because I am moving in 5 weeks, so I apologize if I can't get classes and things out as like quickly or on time, or if I miss some, that's why. There'll probably be a period where like I won't be posting because I'll be moving. But yeah, very exciting things coming. I'll be in Salem full time starting September 1st. Lots of Salem content coming. And I think that's it. So have a wonderful night, my lovelies. And I'll see you guys next time.